It's no secret that Washington County is Utah's hottest, driest, and fastest growing region. Prolonged drought over the past decade or more has threatened the area's only water source, the Virgin River Basin. In response, the Washington County Water Conservancy District asked cities in the county to adopt new ordinances.
So we have a great relationship with the cities, and we have a lot of interaction back and forth with the cities. And in looking at our current practices, we realized that there were some improvements we could make.
The cities already responded by participating in a Flip Blitz campaign by removing unnecessary grass in parks and along roadways.
I think the best thing that we can see is there is usable grass in places where we really need it, for kids, for recreation. But the effort right now is to say, where do we not need it, and how can we save water by taking out that grass and putting in nice shrubs and trees for shade and cooling. But
it's taken about 10 months for St. George, Washington City, Hurricane, Santa Clara, and Ivins to draft and adopt new water ordinances to save back water that might otherwise go down the drain.
And part of the reason is that when you're building a home, if you make it water efficient at the very beginning during construction, it's actually not that much more.
The biggest change is in landscaping. New construction will be limited to how much grass or turf that can be planted.
So you'll be limited to the amount of sod that you can have. In commercial areas, you'll be limited to where you can even have sod. Really, it's only going to be allowed in places where there's a use for it.
And new construction can also expect higher impact fees.
The cost, because of inflation, is escalating at a rate that we haven't seen since the 70s. And so those projects we were counting on, it's gone up, and those impact fees are going to have to go up to essentially match that.
While a moratorium on new car washes in St. George has been lifted, the amount of water car washes can use on each car is now limited.
So we've limited them to 35 gallons per vehicle is what they will be allowed.
And if you use more water, expect to pay more. While each city will enforce its own ordinance, the district will begin assessing an additional fee for high water use in 2023.
They will enact an excess water surcharge. So if a resident goes over a certain threshold each month, they will be charged an additional fee on top of their regular water rate. That fee will be collected by the Washington County Water Conservancy District, and they'll use that revenue to fund a lot of conservation projects.
And perhaps one of the biggest commercial restrictions in St. George is one on new golf courses.
If there is a golf course that is planning to come to St. George, they're going to have to bring their own source of water.
The county's long-term water supply plan includes additional water conservation and reuse and development of new resources. The city of St. George has already taken measures in building new water treatment plants and searching for more water sources.
It costs us a little over $11 million to build a water treatment plant just below Gunlock Reservoir. That treatment plant removes arsenic that is found in our groundwater. We've got 11 groundwater wells just below Gunlock.
All of the new ordinances went into place as soon as the city councils passed them. The new ordinances are projected to save nearly 11 billion gallons of water in the next 10 years. In Washington County, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.